Hi, I'm Karen Salinas here with the Eagle's Eye, and actually, this week's episode is going to be a little different. It's actually going to be a best of show, just because, spring break is coming along and we're not going to be in the studio, so we just put together a whole bunch of good interviews and segments for you guys to enjoy. And actually, we're going to have some things from last week, a couple of weeks ago, too. Natural Creations is definitely going to be in this episode again, so hope you enjoy it. Well, me and Kristen right now are standing in front of the big dirt pile that is going to be used to create the new stadium.
That's right. The dirt was actually donated to us, but yeah, now they're going to be using it to build our big, new, beautiful stadium, getting rid of this old one. And we actually did an interview about the new stadium that's being built. It was a conference, so let's go check out that interview.
Hello, I'm Caitlin McLean here with the Eagle's Eye to learn more about Norristown's new stadium.
As everyone knows, we have embarked on an exciting project for our high school facility. Back in 2007, we actually started this project. We're trying very hard to bring a new athletic complex to our students, to our families, and to our community. We are hoping to break ground on phase one in late May, early June of this year, so that next fall, when our students return, there's a new complex on site, ready for a new season and a new school year. We have been aggressively writing grants, seeking donations, capital campaigns, and we're making strides. However, we still have progress to go, and we still need help raising dollars. Reached out to some very, very generous gentlemen who have offered to help us with their time and their treasures, and we're extremely grateful.
Why is it important to build this stadium for Norristown?
I think it's important to build this stadium for Norristown for many, many reasons. The first and foremost being the opportunities for our students and the opportunities for our families, the opportunities for our community. Our students deserve to have the same opportunities that our neighboring schools have.
How's fundraising been going? Because I know it's going to take a lot of money to do this project.
It is going to take a lot of money to do this project. We're trying to kick off phase one in a few weeks. Phase one has a price tag of about $1.8 million. Right now we have about $1,675,000 in commitments. So we've been doing very, very good. However, we need to finish filling that gap and get to the 1.8. And then we need to raise money for everything that's not included in phase one. Phase two includes the bleachers, the concession stand, and the lighting. And we need to get dollars for those raised as quickly as we can.
So what are some of the local companies that have been reaching out to help with this project?
The largest local company that has offered to help is a company called O'Neill Properties, which is a developer, to be honest with you. And they have pledged $250,000 to this project. TD Bank has also made a pledge. And we've been meeting with many other local businesses over the past few weeks and expect many commitments to come in soon.
We're here to kick off a fundraising campaign for the new sports facility here at the high school. And there are a lot of great causes that people should be involved in, but there's none more worthy than helping young people. And with the tradition of Norristown High School, with which I'm very aware, going back much too long, it's just not right that we can't host a track meet. I mean, it's just wrong, period. I mean, Norristown High, in the history of PIAA track athletics, has been a leader for the last 60 years that I know of. And it just seems to me that it's time for those of us who can help to help the generation that now needs help. And that's why we're here.
So first off, why is it important to build this new stadium for Norristown?
Well, Norristown's facilities have become obsolete and are not safe. And it's very important that we get into the 21st century when it comes to all athletics, so that that young people have a chance to compete in this state. And Norristown has produced so many great athletes that it's just criminal that the current track is of a certain state that we can't host a major track event. When I was in school, which is 60 years ago, the people feared coming to Norristown in track and field and in football and in basketball. And I know that's still the case in many, many sports today, but the facilities have fallen behind the times. We have to correct that.
So I know the project is going to take a lot of money. So what are some of the ways that we're fundraising money to fund this?
Well, the school board is in charge of that, of course. And while there's enough money to build the field, the football field, and also the track, there's not enough money for spectator stands and bleachers and so on, and scoreboard and etc. And so what we will be doing is trying to get people to sponsor the track, the field, that people who are community oriented, and just to make it a first-rate facility. That's what our young people deserve.
So are you getting a lot of the community involved? I mean, is community like reaching out to help?
Yeah, there's also a tennis component in this, and there's an organization which has been very helpful over the years to young people, teaching them tennis and so on. So we're going to be raising money to restore the tennis courts as well, and it'll be a community-based effort, broad-based.
I know a lot of people are excited about this.
Good.
When do you think the stadium will be done?
Well, they'll be playing football next fall here, and then it's a matter of time until everything evolves, and that's all has to do with money. But we're not permitted to use any more public money, and therefore we have to raise private money, and that's what we're going to do. In 1960, Norristown High School was the only high school in the country that had 2 Olympians in track and field on that Olympic team, and that's just the beginning of so many other Olympians, All-Americans, state champions, and not only in track and field, but in all sports. And this will permit Norristown to be back on the map, and we must help young people. It doesn't matter what sport it is. That's our goal.
First off, why is it important to build this stadium for Norristown?
Because we have very good students, talented student athletes, and they need a decent, respectable looking, and a modern facility to use to practice and to have events at.
Now, I know this project is going to cost a lot of money. So how are we doing on fundraising for the stadium?
We're actually doing pretty good, and with the newly elected or appointed members of the community who have made themselves available to help us with some major fundraising efforts has helped as well. So we're still looking. We're looking at grants. We're looking everywhere trying to find a little bit of money to help us out.
Now, I know a lot of members of the community are reaching out to help. What are some of the companies and businesses in the community that are helping to fund this project?
There are so many right now. I don't have the list in front of me, but I know we've gotten help from PICO. We've gotten help from the National Football League. We're looking at this point. Some of the community members who are past board members, past athletes from the districts, alumni of the districts and companies that they run, or they are members of organizations. To give you specific names of corporations, I really don't have that list on hand right now. But
when do you expect the stadium to be finished and up and running?
Hopefully by the fall. It should be finished by the fall, so we can start in September when everyone comes back to school with our new breaking ground on our new athletic complex.
Okay,
Eagle
sounds
Stadium.
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm George Gunning, and I'm working with Mr. G.M. Brown to help bring money into this organization. I was originally involved for many, many years with the Fellowship House in Conshohocken, and we worked very hard to raise a lot of money for kids. And with my military service behind me, when I had some problems seeing kids in Europe, I came back to this country saying, I want to help kids. And I'm out here today to help kids. I want to do what I can to help kids get ahead in this country with athletics, because we need it. They need the exercise, they need the right diets, they need to get ahead, and they get ahead with athletics. So we're here to make them get ahead. Thank you.
Why is it important to build this stadium for Norristown?
Well, number one, we're lacking the facilities we really should have. For a high school of this size, even without the accomplishments we've had, you need a track. But with the accomplishments we have had, it's really important. We have a lot of kids with a lot of potential, and to the credit to them and the coaches, there's not a lot of complaining, all right, but they simply don't have the facility that every other school has, and I think it's really going to benefit our track program. I think more students will get involved in the program because students for over 20 years now have never seen a track meet. So I think when they start seeing what it's like and see the facility, I think our numbers will even increase in participation.
I know you said that one of the major changes in this new stadium is to have a new track for the track team. Will other sports teams be able to use the facilities?
Yeah, I was going to continue, but I figured you wouldn't have any more questions to ask. Obviously, the football field will be there, and everybody is talking about it as a football stadium. It really, truly is not. All right, the following teams will use it for games: the field hockey team, boys and girls soccer in the fall. In the spring, boys and girls lacrosse. Even baseball and softball. They obviously can't have a game in there, but on a rainy day, if it was available, they could hit ground balls and that kind of thing. But it's a multi-purpose facility that a lot of schools now have, and all the lines for the various sports will be painted on it. It just won't be football. So it is not just a football stadium. It is a multi-purpose stadium, and many of our teams, both male and female, will benefit from it.
I know this project is taking a lot of money, so what are ways the school's doing to fundraise?
Well, there was a bond a number of years ago, and that money is in reserve for the stadium. I think it's about $1 million, but that's really not my area, okay? But it will also was pledged that there will not be a tax increase and the taxpayers will not pay for it. So we're looking for private donors and alumni to help us to put this facility together. I actually was involved in another project like this at Harry S. Truman in Bristol Township, and at that time, that's exactly how that was done. You know, it was like private donations and corporations and that type of thing. So we're looking for any kind of help that we can get that want to support our students at Norristown today and in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really wonderful to see that Norristown's making so much progress on the new stadium. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.
So, Selenia, what's that in your hand?
I think it's a bone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a bone. It looks pretty old. It's probably like a dinosaur bone or I don't know.
You know what else is old and what else grows to be old?
What?
Friendships.
I knew that was coming. Actually, recently our student council had a friendship breakfast with the special needs kids.
Yeah, we did. And I was actually there, and I have to say it was a really wonderful experience, especially because a lot of people treat the special needs kids as like the others, and they're really just one of us.
Yeah, that's really true. And this friendship breakfast is a great way to get them more involved. So let's go check out how that friendship breakfast went. Hi, I'm Kelly Barbish, here with the Eagle's Eye to talk about the friendship breakfast that the Student Council is throwing for the special needs. Let's take a look.
So, Ms. Brownlee, why is this breakfast important to you?
It's very important that we make everyone feel a part of the school. And sometimes some classes may not feel as a part because they do have their own agendas. So this was a very good way of making the classes feel included.
Thank you.
Hi, Selenia. So why are you here today?
We're here today because we're doing a friendship breakfast with the special needs kids. When I say we, I mean student council is.
Okay. And so what are you eating today?
We're eating waffles and fruit, and we're having some milk.
Sounds good. I'm here with James. So, James, are you excited about the breakfast?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
That I can eat with everybody and have fun and chill out.
That's a great answer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Ms. Rakowski, wondering what were the preparations put into this friendship breakfast?
There was a lot of preparation, and the student council did an excellent job. They were with me for 2 days until 4:30, making waffles. The life skills students and the autistic support students also made the waffles. They're bran waffles. They're low fat. They're filled with about 7 grams of fiber, which is a lot of fiber. So we're eating a really healthy breakfast today. We even went to the trouble of having turkey sausage for some students, and everybody has fresh fruit. I would say that the student council, because so many of them showed up after school, and because they broke the work up into different groups, that we got through this great. They really did an excellent job, and they were in here about 7:30 this morning. I've been working, and now it's 8:30. They've been working for the last hour, and everything got done on time, and we pulled it off. So I'm very proud of the student council.
I agree. This looks awesome. Thank you for your time.
I'm here with Matt Grill, who seems to be keeping busy. So, Matt, what are you doing today?
We're having a friendship breakfast with our friends down on the first floor and dealing out sausage.
Hi, I'm Kelly Barbish here with Amelia Shunder to ask her a couple questions about what she's doing in the kitchen. So what is this for?
It's a friendship breakfast between the student council and the life skills classes. So we're like holding a breakfast for them.
Is there any reason that you brought this together today?
We wanted just to like join our groups, just to like hang out with some of our friends in the life skills classes, and it's also Humanity Week, so we're joining our teams.
Hi, Francesca. So you're having fun tonight?
Yes, I am.
Are you enjoying the food?
Yes, I am.
What's your favorite?
The sausage.
Oh, that's good. I'm Kelly Barbish here with Mr. Elias to ask him why he thinks that this breakfast benefits the students.
I think this benefits all the students, and certainly students of all abilities here at the school. And it's just beautiful to see everybody smile and happy and get along. And something like this is wonderful. And I'm excited that it's happening here at the high school.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Mr. Vizzini. So, Mr. Vizzini, what are you eating today?
I just had a bowl of fruit and a couple delicious waffles. Bran, very, very healthy option.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Catalina. So, Catalina, how are you enjoying the breakfast so far?
I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. It was a lot of hard work, but it definitely paid off. For me, it feels really good to organize such like a cute little friendship breakfast because it's like incorporating the whole school, and these people, no one really knows that they even go here, so to talk to them and hang out with them and eat breakfast with them is real cool.
I think it's really special for them too, for us to get involved with them, because I don't think a lot of people really do, and it's something that they'll remember for a while. We'll see them in the hall and they'll be like, oh, thanks for the friendship breakfast, and it feels really good for yourself, and you get good food, so it's a win-win situation.
I'm here with Roxanne and Saheem. We just got done with the friendship breakfast, so how do you guys think it went?
I think it went really well. Everyone seemed to have a good time, and I know I met a lot of new people and a lot of new friends, and I also like the food that we had. So.
I think it went well too. I used to go to Dance Fridays last year, but I didn't have as much time this year, so I don't get to see them as often. So today I got to see a lot of them and catch up with a lot of them. So it was really good. Plus, definitely means a lot to them because we're all like pretty good friends.
Thank you. So I'm here with Amelia, who was in charge of this whole friendship breakfast. So do you think there's going to be another one?
I definitely think this went really well, and I think it'd be great to have another one in the future. And we learned how to do it better, so we can definitely make it even better and more fun next time.
Thank you.
That wraps it up for the Eagle's Eye here at the Friendship Breakfast. Hopefully we'll have another one next year. Tune in next time.
You know, I just love days like this. This weather is perfect. Don't you think so, Dominique?
Yeah, the arts festival taking place May 7th is going to be outside, right?
Yep, and hopefully it's just as beautiful a day as this. I actually did an interview with Jean Frank and Rich Rogers about the whole event. So if you guys are interested, maybe Dominique, if you're interested?
Yeah, I'm going to go down there. Is it all day, you said, right?
Yep, from 10 to 5 in the afternoon. And for those of you who don't know, let's go check out this interview so you and also Dominique can find out more information, and hopefully we'll see you guys down there. So let's go check out that interview.
I'm Sarah Pitkin.
I'm Selenia Tello.
And we're here at the park on Stanbridge Street, and it's really nice here, and it's cold out, hence my hat. Thank you, Grandma, for making it for me.
Thank you, Mom, for the gloves.
Yes, so we're bundled up. We don't have any snow left, but hopefully next week we'll have a giant snowstorm so we can shoot transitions in the snow.
Sarah, you're talking about snow, and I just want June to come already.
Of course you do, because you'll graduate. Anyway, Our first interview is with Miranda Kravitz, and it's about Anime Club.
I don't know much about anime. I actually thought they were books, and I learned that there are some books that are kind of similar to that. Anyway, I found out all this new information from this interview. I actually found it quite interesting.
So let's go check that out.
Hi, I'm Karen Salinas here with the Eagle's Eye, and I'm here with Miranda Kravitz to talk about Anime Club. How are you doing?
Thank you, Des. And that.
Oh.
That's I'm good. How are you?
Oh, okay. I was caught off a little bit. So, what is anime exactly?
Anime is a realistic Japanese cartoon in which the people look as close to real people as possible and have complex plot lines that follow over in each episode.
Oh, okay. So, there's an anime club. What do you guys do in it?
In Anime Club, we do a different project each week, which is decided by the members of the Anime Club. Also, each week, we have 2 meetings where we work on our group manga.
Oh, how many people would you say is in the whole club?
I would say we have maybe 20 or 30 people.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
big
Is
club.
it teacher run or is it student run?
It's run by the students.
So do you have
Almost completely.
a teacher sponsor?
Yes, Miss Ogiani hosts it.
Okay. Where do you guys meet, in her classroom?
Yeah, we meet in room 105, Miss
there
Ogiani's classroom.
Is there any specific days where you guys meet?
We meet every Monday.
Okay. Why do you think it's so popular? Because it seems like you have a lot of people in there, so.
I'm not really sure. It has a lot of different appeals. There's several different genres, and everybody likes different things about it. It's kind of new because it just got over to America mostly in the 90s, and we have more technology to access it. So there are a lot of kids that are into it.
Okay, you said there's different types. I know the major ones are anime and manga. What's the manga? What's the difference between them?
Manga are books or published in magazines. They're directly from a mangaka or a manga writer who draws all of the pictures and then gets it published. Anime is by companies that take the manga usually. Sometimes an anime is original, but that's rare. And they turn it into a TV series.
Okay, and are those the only examples of anime, TV shows and books?
Yeah.
And magazines, right?
That's all that falls under Otaku Club pretty much that's the media stuff.
Okay. And when did it start? It's a new club. Did it start this year?
Yeah, it started this year.
And who was the one who brought it up, or how did it become a club?
A couple of friends of mine got the idea and got Miss Ogiani, and when I heard that they were doing that, I'm like, I am going to get in on this. So.
Are there any events that you guys do, specific ones, or is it just mainly for fun?
We don't do any specific events yet because we're new, but there are a couple of things that we're working on. We're doing different things that might end up being our fundraisers, but with all of our fundraisers, we want to give something to the school.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you so
All
much for
right.
being here.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I'm Karen Salinas, and I just spoke with Miranda Kravitz about Anime Club. Now, back to the Eagle's Eye. Sarah, this is a very important tree. Do you know that?
Why is that?
Because this tree, this simple little tree, is planted on the street where the best festival is going to take place, the Norristown Arts Hill Festival.
Yeah, actually, I just spoke to Rich Rogers about what this festival's all about, so let's go check that out. Hi guys, I'm Sarah Pitkin here from the Eagle's Eye, and I'm here with Rich Rogers to talk about Norristown Arts Hill. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Sarah?
What is Arts Hill?
Arts Hill is, if you look behind us, Arts Hill is exactly what you see here, running from the base of DeKalb Street, from Lafayette Street, all the way up to Erie. Arts Hill is our arts and culture district for Norristown, Pennsylvania. which we named almost 2 years ago. A group of citizens came together with a common goal, which was to set something up to let people understand that Norristown is a destination where people can come and thrive and businesses can thrive, and we can support the arts and support the citizens of Norristown and give them a place that they can call their own. So we named it Norristown Arts Hill, which was named actually by a citizen through a naming contest that we held through the Arts Council.
And when is the Arts Hill Festival?
The Arts Hill Festival this year, which is the second, is on Saturday, May 7th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And where will the specific performances be held?
Well, we'll have things happening on the entire hill going from Lafayette all the way to the top. If you look over here, which is known as the Moles Lot, it's right now is just a simple dirt parking lot. But over here we're going to have a performance. It's by a man named Michael Wood, who is an actual wood carver who uses chainsaws and large logs. He starts with a raw piece of log, and throughout the day, he's going to show people how he goes from taking that raw log with his chainsaws and then into the finer tools like the chisels and the smaller pieces that he has to produce beautiful artwork. He makes things that have fish in them, bears, anything that has to do with nature, a lot of fishing. And
who's sponsoring the event?
The event is sponsored by a few different partners. One of our greatest partners this year is Pico, who has stepped up just with a show of support and confidence in what we're doing. Also, the Greater Norristown Corporation has shown a great deal of support for us as well. Other support comes from local businesses, local individuals in the community, and from Norristown Borough itself. They always have our backs.
And do you have to pay to come to this?
No, you don't. There's no charge for the event. We suggest that people come out and stay all day. You can bring children. There are a lot of child-friendly activities happening in the morning. Right here at our very own Center Theater, there's going to be a performance for kids happening at, I believe, 10 o'clock or 10:30. So come early, bring your kids. There'll be tons of food with vendors stretching all the way up and down the hill. We'll have a variety of food from different cultures. We have actual great foods coming from the Egyptian Coptic Church, which is halfway up the hill. They'll be performing as well on the steps there, which is one of our performance venues known as the Festival Stage. In the lot that you can see over behind us, which is the Delucia lot, which is all grass right now, but we'll have a large 100 by 40-foot tent, an outdoor tent with 2 stages on each end of the tent, and that will be our main tent for performances that are about 45 minutes long, ranging from choirs to jazz bands to theater performances and a lot of dance. We'll flip-flop back and forth with performance inside of that tent on every 45 minutes we'll switch back and forth. The same will be happening further up the hill with the festival stage that I mentioned, as well as what we also have known as the showcase stage, which will be on Penn Street.
And where can you go for more information on the event?
For more information on this event, you can visit our website at norristownartshill.org, or you can see us on Facebook. Look for Norristown Arts Hill.
All right, I'm Sarah Pitkin, and now back to the Eagle's Eye.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karen Salinas here with the Eagle's Eye, and today I'm actually going to be going in here, which is Natural Creations, and I'm going to be talking to the owner, Charles Kern. And for any of you guys who are interested, we're about to see the interview. Afterwards, if you're interested in coming here, the address is 239 Bridge Street, Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And the telephone number is 610-933-6919. So let's go check out this interview and let's see what this guy has to say.
Sculpted the dragon then and wrapped it right around the castle. Things like that. I had an elephant the other. Oh gosh, right.
Hi, I'm Karen Salinas here with the Eagle's Eye, and today I'm going to be speaking with Charles Kern, who is actually the owner of Natural Creations. He's going to talk about his business. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm very good. I'm happy to be here. So, to start off, what is the name of your business?
Name of the business is Natural Creations Incorporated.
Okay. So, when did this interest come about?
The interest came about 20 years ago. It was in 1991, and I was a master stonemason, landscaper, had my own business, and the interest came about because I was trying to do things smaller and smaller in the water garden industry. I saw something on the market, and what I saw was a really bad attempt at doing something that I knew I could do better, and basically the material was made of pumice, so I had a piece of pumice at home. I went back, I made my own little fountain, and to this day I've made close to 18,000 of them now.
Okay, for some people who don't know, what is exactly what you do?
I'm a sculptor, I'm an artist. What I do is I invent things, I sculpt things, I visualize, I create things for people in the fountains or in sculpture that basically is a memory, a favorite place, something of interest, something that reminds them of something that's really cool in their past, that takes them to a really nice place in their life. I also deal with sound relaxation. I've perfected not perfected, nobody ever perfects it, but I've come close to perfecting how water flows so that I can make these fountains sound as high-pitched, brooky. Everybody has a different tone, so I can actually deal with people's tones.
So you've been doing this since 1991?
Correct, 20 years. 20 years as of February. It's been a little over 20 years now.
When did you open up shop?
Well, my first gallery was in 1994, and that was in Eagleville. I started them in 1991, and I actually started in a flea market in Peddler's Village. That's where I showcased them. Saw I had a very big following within a couple weeks. I started selling to Longwood Gardens and Waterloo Gardens. I got a very big wholesale business together. It was doing really nice, but my creativity was not tapped doing the wholesale. So I decided that at that time I wanted my own gallery, which was in Eagleville. I started, and then the following year I moved it to Skipback. Then in 2001 I moved it to New Hope, and 2006 I closed up New Hope. They were getting flooded a little bit too much for me, and I just did things on the internet a little bit, pulled back, and came to Phoenixville about a little over 2 years ago, and this is the best gallery I ever had.
So what exactly do you sell?
Besides the water fountains, I sell an item that I invented in 2005 called Cave Candles. It's actually it's a candle holder that is made for tea lights and votives, that is sculpted into the pumice rock that I use as my medium. And I sculpt caves inside that you can recess tea lights, votives. They're wind resistant, they're inside, they're outside. I trademarked the name Cave Candles. It was just such a unique item. Besides that, I do garden sculpture. I do all kinds of faces and animals. And I just came out with a new product called Healing Souls. That's a pumice stone that's actually made for your foot. And I do aquariums. I also customize aquariums for people. So any theme you could possibly think of. If you want a golf theme, if you want an Oriental theme in your aquarium, I can do that for you too.
Your workspace, where is it in your house, in the shop?
I've got my workspace is the gallery as well. I do changes right here in the gallery for people. I have a workshop downstairs in the basement, full-blown workshop that I can do some of my sculpting if I have to do changes for people. I mold and cast my own line of bowls. I actually learned how to mold and cast resin back in 1999. And so all the bowls that I have are unique to me. They're copyrighted right to me. You can't get them anywhere in the world. So I have that downstairs. Now I have a separate workshop that's in Phoenixville. It's about 3 minutes from here. That's where I do my classes. I teach people how to do fountains and sculpture. I also have my main sculpting room there, and my pile of rocks that I just ordered a pile of rocks. Actually, I'm having 24 tons delivered from California. So that should be arriving in about a week.
How long does it usually take for you to make a fountain?
Okay. Everything is based on, I do things in a kind of assembly line in a way. with certain things. Custom pieces I don't, but it can take, bowls are manufactured part A, part B, part C, put them together and you wait for X amount of time and you get a bowl. That's the end result. The things that people don't see are I make the molds. It takes hours to make a mold from fiberglass and rubber, and I create prototypes for the molds. The fountains can take anywhere from sculpting it, could take anywhere from maybe 30 minutes up to, 40 hours. It all depends. Each one is a different, and plus the density of the rock is always different. Pumice is made that it's not a tried and true rock that is always the same density, always the same amount of time. Sometimes there's molten lava in it that is harder than the pumice, and I have to work around that or highlight it or remove it. But it takes that increases the time factor then.
I see that you offer classes. What happens in the classes, and how can you sign up for them?
Classes are cool. I did my last classes in the wintertime. The next ones should be coming up in May or June. I'm trying to time it right now because I have a lot of things going on. What I offer is I have about 80 people that are signed up right now to do classes. So I have their names and phone numbers and email addresses. So I will come up with 2 weekends. Classes are Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday class is from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 noon. Sunday class is from 12 noon to 4. The class costs $175. It's one class, but you will walk away with a medium-sized fountain, which is a medium-sized fountain right here, and of caliper of what I do. And the class only has no more than 5 people in it, so it's very personalized. So when I have the classes ready, there's only slots for about 20 people. So I will contact my 80 people and say, first come, first serve. And if once I get those classes filled up, then I go to the next weekend, and I open up that weekend for people. Rather than just open them up for at any time they want to. I don't want to have a class where it's just one person. So,
do you ever participate in charity events or work with any charities?
Yes, I have 4 charities. They're great. The first one is Love Works. Love Works charity deals with people in the local communities, the whole surrounding area, and it helps people in need. That's number one. That's affiliated with the church I belong to, Hope Community Church in King of Prussia. But that's number one. Number 2, I deal with Heifer International, and that deals with actually purchasing animals, goats, chickens for third world country villages and things like that they donate animals to get their milk and their eggs. And once they have offspring, they donate them to other villages. So it's a really nice thing. I also deal with Lifeline Energy. That's a great one because they make solar-powered and crank radios that go to areas that they do not have energy. They're sending some to Japan right now. They're changing the radio frequency on their radios just to accommodate Japan, which is different there because they have no power. And this gives them an outside line to the world, which they're totally isolated. So third world countries, Japan, things like that. I'm also dealing with, I'm waiting on global communications. That has to deal with water throughout the world. And mine lapsed on my 4th one. I just picked up another one. One laptop per child. That's a great one too because they actually donate laptops throughout the world to children to get them further educated with the outside world and to get them new technology. So those are my 4 right now.
Is there a telephone number or a website?
Yes, the phone number is 610-933-6919, and the website's very easy to remember. It's www.naturalcreations.com.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I wouldn't change my life for the world. I do what I love. It's the best thing in the world. I'm on a good path right now. Have been on a good path for the last 20 years, but it's really changing for me in the past, say, few months. I'm connected with a lot of good people. They're in my everybody backs me. Everything's 100% on our end. So if you want to see something really unique, it's very unusual. Even if I have people that just come in, they don't even buy. They just come in to see the different sculptures. I said that's absolutely fine by me. So you're more than welcome to stop by.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. Well, I'm Karen Salinas, and I just spoke to Charles Kern, the owner of Natural Creations.
Basically, he sees it on a rock, you remove what's not there, and you release it from the rock. I'm a remover. This is removal sculptor. Then you have clay, that's building sculpture. Well, I can do both. I prefer to do this though, because I just see things. I'll see the image, where that temple is, how the waterfall should be. I actually see that before as I'm looking for the rock. And so
Well, there you have it, guys. I just spoke to the owner of Natural Creations, Charles Kern, and he gave us a whole bunch of information about his business, and I definitely did learn a lot. Well, like I said, if any of you guys are still interested of coming, the Natural Creations is located at 239 Bridge Street, Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. The telephone number is 610-933-6919. And for those who want to check out his website, it's www.naturalcreations.com. Now let's get back to the Eagle's Eye. Selenia, what are you doing?
I'm hiding from the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs?
Yeah, from the Living Museum.
No, Selenia. The Living Museum we're going to talk about right now isn't about dinosaurs. Get out of there. Come on. Oh, okay. Actually, the Living Museum that we're going to show you now is from East Norton, and actually it was for Black History Month. And what the students did is that they chose, or they were given a specific person, and they had to present them, kind of like write a biography and actually become that person, as you can be in a living museum.
I remember doing something like that at Paul Fly.
Yeah.
Actually, this kind of living museum is wonderful. So there's no dinosaurs. There's no tigers or anything like that, right? Yeah, saber-toothed tigers?
No. It's a safe living museum.
Okay. So let's go check this interview out.
Hi, I'm Brianna Hinkle here with Eagle's Eye at East Norton Middle School for the Black History Living Museum. So let's check it out.
My name is Bobby Seal. I am Marcus Garvey.
I'm Condoleezza Wright.
And my name is Arthur Esther.
My name is Junior Truth.
Hi, my name is Anna Mae Bullard. You may know me as Tina Turner.
My name is Bill Cosby.
My name is Dana Owens, known as Queen Latifah.
It's important because a lot of people, a lot of young people in our school, they don't really know that much about Black history, so it's kind of important that they learn stuff about people they don't know, people they know, and then learn more information about people their parents told them and stuff. So I think that's really important that we are having this living museum.
I guess it just means honoring the people that didn't always have rights, and now they do. And I think we have it because it helps people understand why it's so important and why everyone means something.
Well, Black History Month means to me is, a time where we can appreciate all the Black people who helped create this country and help it grow.
Black History Month means a lot to me because it makes me think about what our country would be like if these people like Bill Cosby, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks hadn't been there, and what we would be like now without them.
Because it's nice to teach people about how much African Americans have done for our country. They've done so much, and we have to educate people about that.
I think it's important because you need to know how our history has changed over the many decades and years. Many of the historic events did not happen, many of us wouldn't be here today.
Abolitionists, I know there were athletes, music, artists.
Today was the Living Museum. The 8th graders have all been assigned to a various African American throughout American history. and they are to research them. The point to their project is to find out why they are historically important.
I learned about my character, like how she was the first ever African American to ever win the Academy Award, and some of my friends, they informed me about their characters as well.
He was the first African American allowed in the Rat Pack, and he was really important because he made a lot of songs. He was on TV and stuff, so I think he was a really important guy.
I think that this is important because you get to know a lot of people from the past that you don't even know about, and you're gonna, know about some characters that were important to us.
It really made me appreciate all the stuff that these great people did and how much they did for our lives that we have today.
Because if some people, black people, didn't do what they did, we wouldn't be where we are today.
It's really important. I think more kids need to know about Black history because, they did a lot of stuff, made the world what it is today.
It went really well. We've been doing this for several years now, and it is an 8th grade project, and they've been preparing, I guess, for the past couple of months, researching prominent figures in history for Black History Month, figures from past and present, and they learn a lot through it, and then to present during the Living Museum, it's phenomenal. Parents, administrators, and other guests that come through really, really enjoy it.
It affected me a lot because it helped me a lot with public speaking, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. And I thought it was fun, and I learned a lot about my character and about a lot of other people too.
So it was pretty fun. Our teachers, they set it up as a really fun enjoyment thing, and we just did a lot of practicing, and we was with our friends a lot, so that made it fun as well.
The hardest part was being nervous and studying my speech. I did many days to study it, and I still was nervous. A lot of people were there, and I was really nervous, so I kept messing up.
The first couple times, I was pretty nervous, but then after I got a couple kids into me, I just kind of set in, and I felt good.
Yeah, I was a little nervous, but then when I got used to it, first couple times it's set in, and I learned that being more enthusiastic made my speech look more presentable and stuff like that.
It was different. It was very hands-on. We have our assignments, and we did them all by ourselves. We had help from our teachers, and we had to research, we had to create posters, and we had to do our speeches.
Okay, first I did a lot of practice. I went to my house and practiced a lot. I was moving, I was practicing a lot. It was hard, but I think I did good.
My whole performance has been taking me since October, and my speech has been pretty much the past month or so. I've been writing it and perfecting it and fixing it to connect with the audience.
The speech and performance took me probably about a week and a half up to 2 weeks. That was the hardest part for me.
Well, my character is a gymnast, so she basically performed in leotards, and she had warm-up suits when she would warm up, so it fit her character, it fit who she was.
I have the Hank Aaron jersey on. It was my grandpa's, and he just let me borrow it, and I'm a baseball player, so I wore baseball pants, baseball cap.
Well, at first I did not know anything about any of the people here at all, but now listening to the other people, listening to their speeches, looking at their posters, it helped me see and learn about other people in the world, knowing that not only the most important people like Martin Luther King, Bill Cosby, those people, it will help me learn about other people that's, just as important as them.
Mr. Nara's talent is C.J. O'Brien, and let me just say, he deserved the crown.
Yeah, he did a great job. He was really funny. He was the clear winner. Yeah.
And now, after you see this next interview, I'm sure all of you will understand why we feel this way.
Hi, I'm Karen Salinas here with the Eagle's Eye, and today I am with CJ O'Brien, who is in fact the winner of Mr. Norristown. How you doing, CJ?
I'm doing great.
Oh, well, let me just tell you that I saw you last night, and I think that you definitely deserve that crown.
Thank you so much.
You were amazing. All right, so I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, about your new title as Mr.
Sounds
Norristown.
good. Sounds good.
All right. So, how do you feel? How does it feel to be Mr. Norristown?
It's unreal. I feel pretty crazy. I'm just so excited. I just didn't expect it. I'm kind of high on life, and it's fantastic.
All right. Well, being as this was a competition, what category do you think won you the title?
I guess I would go with swimwear because I think my King Triton outfit was just perfect. I mean, it just all flowed together. I was swimming in midair. I was floating. It was magical.
Oh, well, you did have by far the most interesting swimwear.
Thank you.
Who did you believe was your biggest competition? Being as it was such a diverse group of boys, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses.
I mean, I would say all of them because like you said, they all had their strong points. They all were hilarious. But I guess if I had to choose one, it was probably Tyler. As you saw, he was the runner-up. He was the closest one. I think it was just because his talent was great. He was singing to his mom. His dance was hilarious. He's just a funny guy all around. And just everything he did was hilarious, especially his swimwear when he covered himself in baby oil. When we were in the back, it was hilarious. He was just smothering himself in baby oil. So I thought that was funny.
Well, as I can see, laughter is the biggest key point. So did you definitely think that? Did you put that in mind when you were thinking of all the things?
Definitely, because Mr. Norristown's kind of just meant to be funny. Just kind of go out there, be ridiculous, and that's exactly what I did. I just wanted to be ridiculous.
So you have some interesting costumes. May I ask you why you chose to have such ridiculous costumes?
I chose to have such ridiculous costumes because that's just how I am. I love being ridiculous, and I just wanted to have fun. It was my senior year. I just wanted to go out with a bang.
I do have to say, I did love your sweater.
Thank you. I did not buy that sweater from Mr. Norristown. I own that sweater and wear it on a regular basis.
All right. So your escort was pretty interesting. I thought it was really sweet. Why did you end up choosing your escort?
Well, actually, it was originally supposed to be my sister because she went to this school, and I thought, it'd be nice for her to come back, but she wasn't able to come, so I got someone even better, my grandmom. I love her to death. I've always loved her forever, and she's just so beautiful. And
I had the pleasure of meeting her backstage. She was the sweetest thing I could ever. She's adorable.
And that's why she needs to be up there. She deserved it. I just want everyone to see just how amazing she was.
So, with your talent, being as I've never seen singing as your strongest point, but why did you choose your talent?
I really couldn't tell you, but
does the song have any meaning behind it?
The song was actually my parents' wedding song. So that had something to do with it. I love the song myself, and you're right, I've never sung in front of anyone before. I'm not a talented singer. I'm not going to say I can sing well, but it just ended up that way, and I guess it worked out.
Definitely did. So what do you believe was the most shocking point of the whole competition to you?
Most shocking? I mean, just watching everyone was ridiculous. Just watching how they were hamming it up was amazing. But I guess most shocking to me was just when I got called in the top 5, and then when I got called Mr. Norristown, I really did not expect it whatsoever. It was outrageous.
That's what I was going to ask you too. What did you feel that moment when they called your name as Mr. Norristown?
I mean, if you saw my face, I didn't know what to do. It was just, I thought
you were one of those pageant girls.
Yeah, I was out of words. It felt amazing. And then actually before I even had a chance to react, I was getting swarmed by all the guys, getting hugs and stuff. So it just felt it was amazing.
Right. So what was your family's reaction? Because I'm guessing they were in the audience. So how did they feel?
They were supporting me the whole time, screaming as loud as they could. And when I won, I think they were probably just as surprised as me because I don't know how I won, and I saw their faces, and they were just extremely happy. I think my mom was crying, and I gave them all hugs and kisses, and they were proud of me. I felt good.
Well, it definitely all paid off, but what was the biggest thing, what was the hardest thing that you had to prepare for?
Hardest thing was probably getting my body to this peak physical condition, because, this is a man's body right here. No, the hardest part was probably singing because I've never sung before.
And you had practices with the band and everything. Did you have any prior like practice? You were like, oh, okay, well I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna start. Hey, do re mi fa sol la.
No, it was literally last week. I think it was Tuesday. I chose that as my song. I practiced twice with the band. First time I did horrible. Second time it was, I guess, mediocre. So, I mean, I really didn't have much time to rehearse, but somehow it worked out. It's his face.
It's the face. All right. So your crown, your beautiful, beautiful crown.
Yes.
So what did you do? Like, it's only been a day, but I mean, you had all night with it. What did you do with it? Did you shower with it? Did you go to sleep with it on?
I didn't shower with it. I tried to go to sleep with it. It was a little too uncomfortable, and it was messing up my hair. Didn't want that. But I did wear it out everywhere I went last night. I was going into places wearing it. Everyone was asking me what was going on and giving me funny looks. I loved it, and it was. I wore it out to eat, which was.
Is that what you did as a celebration?
Yeah, I went out to eat and went to a diner, and I got me some delicious cheese fries, but they were out of Cheese Whiz. But the man, he saw that I had won Mr. Norristown, so he hooked me up. He came back with some delicious French fries, just smothered in all different sorts of cheeses. It was fantastic. Probably better than winning Mr. Norristown.
So Mr. Norristown definitely does have his perks.
Yes, it does.
So what would you say are your duties now as Mr. Norristown? What do you think is your job to put out there?
My duties as Mr. Norristown would probably be to enforce the rules at this school and also set an example for all the fine ladies and gentlemen attending this school, and just also to look good, because people need a pretty face to look at.
We really do.
They do.
We really do. So what does Mr. Norristown do in his spare time?
In my spare time, I don't really do much. I hang out with people. I don't do my homework.
Well, that really does counter what you just said about setting a good example right there.
I guess you're right. It gets done. I just don't do it at home. I do it
5 minutes before
class. As long as it gets done.
All right. So, being Mr. Norristown and knowing that there's not a Mrs. Norristown competition, where is Miss Norristown?
That's a good question. And I think I'm going to ask right now, if there's a Mrs. Norristown out there, please find me. I'm looking for you.
He has the crown on and everything, so all you have to do is just
I have
hit
the
him
glass
up.
slipper. Just find me. We can hang out. We can get some cheese fries. They're going to hook it up for me. I'm Mr. Norristown.
All right. So, what advice do you have for future contestants? Being here, you're going to be here next year to give the crown away.
Future contestants, I would just say be yourself. Don't take the competition super seriously. Have as much fun as possible. That's what I did. I wasn't taking it seriously. I was having fun. I was being myself, especially, be yourself and just ham it up and just have a great time and be funny.
I was going to say, seeing as diverse as the group of guys were, I mean, you had everything in there. You had your whites, you had your blacks, you had your Asians, but I lacked to see a Hispanic in there. Why do you believe that's so?
I believe there was no Hispanics because they were busy taking their siesta after a night of fiestas.
But did you really, I mean, the bunch of group of guys, they seemed like it was hilarious. I mean, good time.
Backstage, it was great. We were all joking around, running around, because, I mean, we all had to get changed right next to each other, so there was 16 dudes running around in their boxers, freaking out. It was funny.
All right. Well, CJ, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to say?
I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported me, and I hope for everyone who came out, I hope you guys had fun.
It was a great
I want to thank
group
the
of people.
judges, Mr. Roach, Ms. Cribbin, Mr. Forrest, Ms. Johnston, Nick Bloomer. Did I forget anyone else?
Mr. Willis.
Mr. Willis. Thank all of them, and I just thank my parents, and woo!
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else did.
You want to wear the crown?
Maybe. Can I say it just for the app? All right. Well, I'm Karen Salinas, and I just spoke to CJ O'Brien, our Mr. Norristown. Now, back to the Eagle's Eye. Well, there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I know we had a lot of fun. Even though there's stuff from previous shows, I'm sure you guys still enjoyed it again. Have a great spring break. Stay safe and a good Easter, and I'll see you guys next week.